Hey guys, welcome to the Cultured Podcast where we talk about all things trending, all things popping, and all things cultured. Of course, I'm Stephanie.
Oh, and then of course this
I
time.
added something, a little twist today.
And I'm Sasha.
I have not spoken to Sasha all week.
Yeah.
And that's really unusual for us because we literally talk every day.
We've had, I've just had a really stressful week, an emotional week. There's just been a lot going on. This week has been a lot.
I think I'm on the same with you. Work
Yeah.
has been
Insane.
insane. On top of like everything else that's going on in the world,
Yeah.
work has been just crazy.
Yeah, but then we got so much to do as well. So,
And so much to
anyway.
talk about.
So much to talk about. So let's just get into it.
So, what is this? Day 3? Day
Wait.
4?
No, this is Tuesday.
It's day 4.
We were supposed to wake up to it. So let's say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
Day 4, right?
Day 4.
Day 4 in the Big Brother house. And we still don't know who the hell is going to be president in January 2021.
We have our idea. And can I just say, I said Biden was going to win. And Stephanie
Yeah.
was like, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. Because have you seen the year we've been having?
No, yeah.
Of course I was good. Of course.
Well, you know, we're on high alert. So for a terrorist attack. So
Yeah.
season finale is pending. But you didn't think
No, I
Biden was
didn't.
going to win.
No, I didn't.
Now, currently, today, we record this on a Saturday. Currently, today, Biden is still 264.
Mm-hmm.
Well, has 264 electoral votes. He's up in Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania. The only place Trump is winning is in North Carolina. Obviously, if you don't know, the reason why it's taken so long is because 100 million Americans did an absentee vote where they posted their
They
vote.
posted it, yeah.
Mostly because of COVID.
Yeah.
But also I think a lot more people voted this year as well. There
Mhm.
was a huge drive for
Yeah.
people to vote. So I think mixed with that, and as well, Biden did tell a lot of Democrats, should I say,
To vote by a post.
yeah. And Trump didn't really tell people to vote. Well, he kept on changing his message.
Yeah.
It was vote and then it wasn't vote, and you know, he's kind of shot himself in the foot. From today, I know there is going to be a recount on Georgia.
Yeah, I heard.
So there's going to be a recount.
So that will make it even longer till we get the results.
Longer, much longer. I don't know if you saw this tweet with Trump, but he was basically, he sent an email saying,
Yeah.
we have to fight. So just like the whole white supremacy and not denouncing white supremacy and stand back and stand tall, whatever he said about white supremacy is basically doing the same thing.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He has absolutely lost his mind. I have never seen a president behave in such a manner.
Well, I don't think we ever will. Like, I was actually watching something when Obama won the second time and when John McCain conceded,
Yeah.
or lost basically, and he was addressing the nation. And yeah, people, when he said Obama's name, people started booing, but the way he addressed the nation, or he was addressing his followers or whatever you call it, he was just like, you know, the better person won.
Yeah.
We all want the same thing. We all want a better America. He was so
Like an adult.
a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He was just, that speech was what it was supposed to be. And you look at Trump and you're like, huh? I think even if he got a second term and it was time for him to leave,
He
I don't
wouldn't.
think,
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
no,
think he'd leave
100% not.
either. No.
But the thing is, his followers or whatever, it's a cult.
Yeah.
Because when I look back in the past, Trump isn't the first bad president. We've had, not we, 'cause I'm not American, but there have been many shit presidents.
Yeah.
But they have never had a following who worship the ground they walk in such
Yeah.
like we've never had this before.
Yeah.
And it's scary because their love for Trump, they love Trump because of the hate Trump gives.
Yeah.
It's the hate, the fact that he hates so many people and he spews so much hate. That's what they're all attracted to. That's what they love so much.
I mean, 60 million people have voted for Trump so far, which means 60 million people are okay with his racism, are okay with his sexism, are okay with his xenophobia, are okay with everything he stands for and the disgusting hate that, like you said, he spews. They're okay with that. What's more annoying is, so I think in America, people basically call you up. There's these poll voters or poll people that call you up and ask you who you think you're going to vote for. And that is how they kind of tally who they think is going to win.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people lied when they were getting those calls and saying, oh, of course we're going to vote like Joe Biden.
Oh.
But they have voted for Trump.
Trump.
Again, 60 million people, not all of them are white.
100% not.
So where are we going wrong?
And I think I've learnt more of that during this whole election process, that there are crazy Mexicans,
Latinos are really backing
Black
him.
people, African Americans. So at this point, we can't even just blame racist white people, because
we can't
there are
blame
people
the
of colour
supremacists.
voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so sad to know people know all of this stuff
And still vote for
and so I actually I found something online. I just googled it, all the racist things that Trump said, and this isn't his time. This is during
his whole life sort of thing.
No, I found something where it was just during his first debate with Joe Biden. Take a listen.
So just during the one debate.
He blamed China for the spread of coronavirus. Remember that? And then he claimed he wasn't racist. Remember, was it the China?
And the least racist. Oh, was it not that one?
The China virus.
The China virus.
Yep. Oh, he did
Chinese
say he was
virus.
the least racist
The
as
least
well.
racist in this room.
Yep. Because the least racist is still racist. Thanks to Dave. Thanks for that. Elizabeth Warren, who is a senator, she's of, a Native American background. He called her Pocahontas again.
Again? That was the first time?
Yeah. He said that there was more division under the Obama administration, which, all right, maybe. He claims Biden called African American super predators. Now, Biden didn't say that, but wow. Why would you even... Who says that?
Why would you make that up?
A super predator. He used a racist dog when he was talking about Biden's plans about the suburbs, or his plans about the suburbs.
This is all in one debate.
Yeah, just one. He didn't denounce white supremacy, as you remember.
Yeah.
After being asked many a times. And yeah.
Do you know what else I've noticed? As stupid as Trump is, his followers are just as dumb.
Yeah.
I watched a video on TikTok. This girl was like telling her parents, basically, I've found that there's this guy that I like, but he has 26 sexual allegations against him, but there's no evidence. So, FYI, her parents are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
So everything she's describing this guy that she's in love with is Trump.
Yeah.
So he's got 26 sexual harassment allegations, but they're not true. There's no evidence. And his parents like, why would you date someone like that? And he's a bit of a racist. He says racist stuff now and again. They're like, why would you can't date someone like that? And then they were like, and then she was like, but it's okay to vote someone like that into
the leader of the free world
of the country. And then her mum clocked on straight away and was like, oh, and her dad was like, of course not. Because he hadn't clocked on yet. And then the mum was like, she's talking about Trump. And he was like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's never
But it's like,
same.
why is it... You don't want your daughter dating someone like that, but it's okay for him to literally be the most powerful person in the world.
The thing is, it's crazy because I actually don't think... I think the worst is going to happen once, and I'm going to say once, Biden is declared president.
Yeah.
I think that is when the uproar is going to happen. I mean, they've
already started boarding up. The whole country is boarding up their shops because they're preparing for literally a riot.
I think that's when it's going to get bad. But, we've got a little bit of time to waste because Nevada, don't understand.
What is happening?
I feel like they probably count 10 votes and then take a 2-hour nap. Like, I just don't understand what it's taken so long
What
in
is
Nevada.
taking so long? You're not even the biggest state. Are they not? They're not one of the biggest.
They only
states.
have 6 electoral votes.
What is?
What is taking so long?
It's actually. I mean, the videos I have seen at people getting really, really impatient with Nevada is actually hilarious.
The TikTok ones are so funny.
They're
No one's rating Nevada right now because there's no. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they are doing.
They don't. I don't think they care.
Are they losing count?
What, and starting again?
Maybe because
All of them, because there's not only one person counting it.
I just don't know.
They're taking a mic.
It is either a 24-hour rave that is happening constantly. It's either they're taking naps in between each voting count. I don't know.
Because if Biden gets all of
understaffed?
Nevada, he's won, right?
He's won. But then if he gets like Pennsylvania, he's won. If he gets anyone from now, he's won.
Okay.
So it should be coming to a close soon. We hope by the time this comes out,
We know.
we would know who's the president of the United
Yeah.
States. But, you know, it's
And
not going to be
it will be
easy.
the answer that we want.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for Biden either when he
Oh, no.
becomes president, because he has promised a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, you know, I think according to the statistics, a lot of black women have voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have
He's got a lot to do in this 4 years.
Yeah, and straight away because
We-
coronavirus is hitting
Yeah.
as it is. So
Although, can I just add
Mm.
that we don't even know how it's going to go with Biden, because I saw a tweet saying that we're not actually voting for Biden. We are just voting against Trump.
yeah, the less of two evils.
Yeah, it's not that we're like, yeah, we love Biden, because at the end of the day, he is a wealthy white man.
And I swear to you, I don't think he's going to last that long. This man is so slow.
He's
He
old.
walks so slow. He looks tired, you know.
So we're just like, that wealthy white men don't actually always have the best interest of, don't usually have people of color's best interests.
Well, I did say, remember I said in our group, I was like, what if like Joe Biden like pulls off his mask and then just puts black people in gas chambers because he wins, and that's what his whole
Yeah.
agenda was from the beginning.
We don't
know. We really don't.
I don't think people are supporting him because he's Joe Biden. I mean, we are supporting because he's Joe Biden, but we're supporting him because he's not Trump. And at this point, anything is better than Trump.
And I think as well, you know, the fact that he, you know, has Kamala Harris as well,
Mhm.
who is half black, half Indian.
Mm-hmm.
That probably helps because, you know, you've seen, I don't know if you saw her debate. She was not taking no. She's not.
I love the way she articulates herself.
Oh, she is about the people,
Yeah.
you know. So it seems like she is anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we did have Obama, but again, we will get onto that another subject. But we hope Kamala Harris will do a lot more for that country.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So moving on, by now everybody must have seen the video of that poor girl who was kidnapped, abducted, and sexually assaulted by a grown 26-year-old man. She was 11 years old in year 7. Me and Sasha made the decision that we're not actually going to discuss that topic because
It's too much.
it's too much. We think it's too soon. It's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
Especially for us as women and me as a mother. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
So we're not going to touch on it. But we do want to say, because I saw an interesting tweet related to this, was that had there not been video proof of that incident, and this girl came out and said, so-and-so did this to me in the alleyway, his boys would have been like, not my man them. Is that how guys talk these days?
I don't know. Maybe
Not my bro, not my cuz. That sounds stupid.
You sound really old.
That's how they talk,
Trying to
innit?
be in. I don't know how the children talk nowadays.
I'm not even talking about children. I'm talking about grown men. This is what they sound like.
No, they say fam. They say fam, don't they?
Not
man
my,
them.
Not my bro, fam. Okay, I sound like an idiot. Okay, this whole bit is getting it out. But yeah, there would have been a lot of not him. She's a liar. He wouldn't do that. We know him. Blah blah blah. So, do you know what I found interesting as well is that I don't know about you, and I actually don't know if you have, so let me even speak for you, but a lot of my friends have been sexually assaulted.
Yeah, mine too.
And I mean, I have. And I think a lot of people always think sexual assault needs to be the extreme of like rape. It's as little as you're in a club and somebody pinching your bum without your consent, or touching your boob as they walk past you, or, you know, rubbing their body a bit too close to you as they're walking.
I don't know if that's happened to me, you know. Has it? Maybe. I don't know. You're probably you're in most of my experiences. I don't think so.
I have definitely experienced sexual assault.
Maybe.
And a lot of people... Sorry.
But I feel like I would fight if someone did that, or I would turn around and say, what the hell are you doing, or something. And I don't feel like I've done that before. Maybe I'm not attractive.
No, what?
Sorry.
No, but I'm saying a lot of people go through it and don't realise that they've
been through it.
Because I think it's become so normalised. Oh, you're out in a club, boy touches your bum. It's just what boys do, but...
When do boys do that?
That's not okay. I don't think so much at our age now.
Okay.
I think when... I remember going to a lot of uni raves and boys will, you know...
Maybe this is where we are different. I didn't do that.
So sneak a little pinch here, or even like...
What animals?
Like, but that's... And then people... But that's what guys do, you know? Or some girls...
Guys?
Some girls
even
like that stuff, because it's like, oh, he likes me, he pinched my bum. It's like, that's sexual assault. Like,
that is crazy.
You know that, right?
Oh my God.
Even a guy sitting across from you on a tube and blowing kisses at you, that is sexual assault. You are sexually harassing me. Maybe not sexual assault.
Maybe
that's
it's
sexual
not
harassment. Yeah, so that's sexual harassment.
Do you think we do that as women though? I think
100%.
we do that.
We do.
Especially, yeah, we
do.
Yeah, because we will literally, well, not me, but I'm too shy for that. But you know, there's people that literally be like, oh, you're good looking, or hey, like, oh, you're like, is that classed as sexual harassment?
It
also
is. I think there is a contradictory towards it.
Yeah.
Women can get away with it a lot more than
because it might be more it might be more it's more accepted from men.
They like all
maybe
that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but it does beg the question of, you know, like with that video, what you said about
how many of your boys are sexual predators and
you don't even know,
or you do know and you ain't saying nothing,
or you do know and because you haven't seen proof, like hardcore proof. But I think that's a thing in society anyway, like, you know, goes back to like the whole Meg the Stallion thing. Like even when there was video evidence of something happening, we still didn't believe it. Like she had to come, even she came out and said it, we still didn't believe it. So sometimes I think sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you need to see something, like, you know, Oxfam adverts with the black child with, you know, a random fly. We spoke about this last time. It's a motive and you need to see it. Or, you know, you need to see you remember that man that was carrying that child that had passed? Do you remember?
From the water.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh my God, this is so horrible. But it touched you in a way where it was like, now I can visualize it. I can't deny it. You can't deny it anymore. So I guess in some ways it's a bit of like, you know, if you can see something, you can't like pretend you haven't seen it. You have to do something about it. But it's sad because why do we need that?
I think, and it's horrible because we live in a day and age where women do lie. There are women who lie about rape, and there are women who lie about sexual assault and get people put in prison or people fired or whatever. But for me, I would rather believe a lie than potentially let a rapist let loose.
But then it's hard. I think that's hard. That's a hard statement to say because it's just like, if you believe a lie, do you know how many black men are in prison because of people believing a lie?
I know.
And that's what's so hard.
What's worse though?
I mean, I would say they're both worse if I'm honest, because you know, I can't remember. I can't remember what his name was. If it's Brian Banks or Brian something. There's a movie on Netflix, but someone called rape on him,
I know what it's about.
And they took his whole life away, and he was protesting his innocence, and it didn't make a difference. So in some cases, it's like, if you believe a lie, and it is a lie, you take someone's whole life away from them. So it's it's hard on both senses,
Yeah.
because it's like you could not believe someone and it could be true, and then now all of a sudden this person's out and about raping everyone. Does that mean they will get found out eventually if they keep doing it, or did they just do it once and stop, but still that's still rape, like, or sexual assault, or whatever it is? It's really hard.
I just feel like as a community, especially as a Black community, we've normalized sexual harassment and sexual assault too much.
I think, yeah.
Especially from, because it happens both ways, like we said, but especially from men to women. I mean, there's this app that I saw today. Oh my God, I saw this app. It's called a text app. And basically it's for women who, when they go out, when guys ask them for their numbers and they don't take no for an answer, you can give them this number. It's like a fake number. And it will even ring. Like, so if they they do, I'm going to call you now, see if you gave the right number. So even if they try to ring it, it will ring like a normal, and they'll be like, okay, you did give your number, but you can delete them, or you can change your code as soon as you get home, and that person can never contact you again. But it's so like, sad. Why do we need to have that? Why can't I just say no and that be the end of it? Why do I need to come up with all these other different ways for you to leave me alone? Why are we at this stage?
And I think it's like like you said, in our culture, sometimes like what you're describing as sexual harassment is a term of endearment sometimes. So it's like you said, like, women will like it. So if you do, like, especially if it's a good looking guy, let's be honest, and you're like really liking him and he blows kisses at you, the likelihood of you thinking, oh, that's a bit is probably. Or if you have insecurities, for example, and someone gives you a little bit of attention, you're gonna be like, I'll accept that. That's quite nice. Like, you know, in our culture, I think it is like more accepted because that's just what we associate with as, you know, someone liking you or getting attention, which the good attention, when really and truly it's nice to be courted too, and have someone to say something nice to you, like, oh, you know, like, hi, how are
that's
you?
That's not bad. That's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, actually
being
being courted, and or, you know, someone just simply sitting down next to you, not too close because don't get too comfortable, and just saying hi, how are you? How's your night going? Or just starting a conversation instead of being, like, buffeting, or I don't know if they still say that in the streets, but, you know, like, you know.
But if I'm on the train, I don't want someone to sit across from me winking at me.
No, that would freak me out.
It just makes, I don't want to be uncomfortable on my journey.
And then you have to get aggressive because people won't take no for an answer like that. 9 times out of 10, you know, they don't think that no means no, especially if you're smiling or, you know, trying to be nice. You might be like, oh, no, thank you, but no, thank you. Have a nice day. If you're polite, you'd have to be like, if you don't get out my face, I'm going to bring Arm's house to your mum's house. Like, that's literally what you're going to have to do. But it is sad, just going back to the point, it is sad that, you know, sometimes we actually need to see, like, video evidence for things to change and for us to, but it's hard. It's hard to like, I don't know.
Do you think there would have been as much uproar as there was had there not been that video?
No,
Would the police have gone hard on finding him like they did?
I don't think there would have been a lot of uproar. I think it depends. For me, it's the child's voice at the end, like her crying. I think if that was somehow on video, then I think it would have still led that kind of emotive. It would have tugged that heartstring. So maybe it would have been like more of a push to try and find him if nothing was on video.
And it was just her coming out saying, look, this happened to me today.
I don't think so. Especially if she appeared strong. Especially if she came out and was like, this is what happened to me. And she didn't cry or anything. I just don't think it would have pushed as much of a UK like outrage as it did. I mean, this got to bloody Shade Room. Yeah. This man is disgusting. Anyway, we will have to move on because it's too much.
Okay. So, for those who don't know, Scotland has now made slapping your children illegal. I mean, me and Sasha are both sitting here like, as 2 black people, that means absolutely nothing.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, no, you go first. What do you think? What do you think about all of this?
I don't think it should be made illegal. However, I don't think I personally don't class slapping as it's not my main force of discipline. It's not my first choice of discipline. It's not something I would like to implement too much in my parenting. Even though I was slapped, I was, being, and I turned out perfectly fine, I'd like to think.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But I mean, I don't know. I think you should just let people discipline how they want
to.
Within reason, obviously. But I think, remember, slapping is it is a cultural thing, because it is mainly black people or people of color who use slapping as a discipline.
Yeah, as a punishment.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is so. God, this is what they said. So the new legislation gives children the same protection from assault as adults and aims to help demonstrate to children that violence is not acceptable. A children's minister said this outdated defence has no place in modern Scotland. It can never be reasonable to strike a child. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not a big slapping person either. Yeah. I don't think that's what you need to do. Like you said, like, I don't think that's the first, if I had a child, I don't think that would be the first thing that I would do. You have stages to get to that point. But I feel like when they say slapping, they think it's like you get a friggin' metal plate and slap your child so they just fall unconscious. That's not what it is. Like, sometimes it's just 2 slaps and you get your point across. Or but that is like, that is the last result. Like, that is, your child's not listening if that probably is the case. Like I said, for me, it would have to take a long time because I wasn't really disciplined like that. But then my discipline was a little bit different, which
more passive aggressive.
Yeah, like rice and butter for dinner type situation.
Okay.
Like, my mum wouldn't let me go to school.
What if you're bad?
Yeah. And I would just have to do chores and lines around the house.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I turned out I wouldn't do the same thing. Like, I feel like my mum's punishment reminded me of Michael Kyle.
Okay.
So it was that sort of punishment. It wasn't like slaps too much. It was like Michael Kyle. But then it was different for different people. So
the only thing I do agree with in that statement is that it is very outdated. And I think we've come a long way
for how we parent as well. Like,
like, for my daughter, just the threat alone is enough for her. I don't even need to put my hands on her. Do you want to slap? That's all I have to say. I don't actually ever have to put my hands on her.
Yeah.
Just the threat alone is enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe one day she might actually call my bluff, because she'll be like, you've been threatening to slap me for 6 years now and you ain't done it, so what? I think one day she will. So my time limit on this is running.
It's coming.
Yeah, because I think eventually she's going to put 2 and 2 together. Like, you're not actually going to slap me, but because I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to. And I remember back in the day as well, I'm 95% sure it used to hurt our like, the parents' hand. Like, they don't want to slap either, but obviously that's how they grew up. So they kind of did the same thing.
It's a cultural
But then I think
thing.
That's when they started to let's be honest, move on to the weapons and the creative tools around punishing your child, like the dustpan brush.
But I think it's so outdated that even the older generation don't do it, because like my parents don't beat my granddaughter.
Well, yeah, but I think it's also
like,
I think it might be different as well, because there's different rules. I think maybe they might feel like they can't. I don't know.
Well, in an African household, everybody can get it. What do you mean? Everyone can get it. Your friends come to my house and they're naughty, they can get beat.
It's true, because I think, like, even if, when I have a child or whatever, I think my sister, I would give her free reign. Like, if you want to,
it takes a village to raise a child.
Like, so I know her, and I know, like, my big brother and my siblings and stuff. Like, I would know, and my dad, like, I would know that if it got to that stage, it was probably reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't listening. So then we have to have a conversation as to why you're embarrassing me
out in these streets. Like, why did someone have to put their hands? What was you doing?
What was you doing? I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I get the whole violence thing, but then again, I think, you know, you're assuming that these children are dumb. Like, oh, because your mum hit you, or because your parent hit you, then all of a sudden they go around like hitting
other people,
and that's not to say that doesn't happen. That might actually happen, but then I would assume you nip that in the bud quick time and just know this is a punishment tool, and
this
you can't go around
doing. I reckon if they tried to bring that over here, only a handful of people would listen.
Honey, if they've done it in Scotland, do you think black people are listening?
Of course
because
not.
It's the same thing, and I know everyone's gone through this. Like, black children will go to their white schools and hear Childline and come back with that mess, and be like, oh well, you know what, you're not allowed to slap me anymore, I'm gonna call Childline. Do it.
I'll call them for you. Here's my phone. Take my phone.
Do it. I dare you.
It means absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So people in Scotland, I would assume black people in Scotland aren't really gonna who do kind of slap their children, not like a crazy slap, but who do discipline their child in that way. I don't think they're gonna listen. It's in your household. Black people know what happens in the household happens in the household, and I dare you to take it outside,
girl.
Listen. Anyway,
last episode we introduced a new segment to our podcast, which was going to be a more positive news, because sometimes our podcast can be all doom and gloom, so we decided to always end on something positive. So in relation to what we spoke about before, that young girl who was kidnapped and sexually assaulted by a 26-year-old man, following that, a group of young men from the area have come together to now, what would you even call them? Like,
protect the streets.
Yeah, protect the streets. So they're just, not fighting people. There's nothing violent about it. They're literally just escorting the students.
They're
not even escorting.
They're just managing the
just
area.
Standing in the area.
I think it's from 7 to 9.
Yeah.
And from 3 to 7 or something,
after
like that.
School,
It's before and after school. So it's just so nice because they're young
really
boys
nice.
And they are clearly waking up in the morning to protect the streets.
Protect the streets. No one's asked you to.
This is community.
And it's not like they've been very responsible about it, because they've made sure that everybody who's doing it has been CRB checked.
Oh, that's
so they've
good.
CRB checked everybody who's involved, so they are doing it.
They're going through
the
legit
right way,
yeah.
And it's just nice. It's nice.
It's just this is what I'm saying. Obviously, it's sad that this has to happen for things like this to be enforced, but it's also nice that these things are being enforced, because they could have just continued as normal. Like, oh, this bad thing has happened.
Let's move on.
And let's just move on. But they are actually trying to make a difference. It's just nice to see that they're black as well.
Yeah.
And they look like hoodlums. I've seen the picture.
Yeah, and that's what worried me, because I reckon, because they've got bulletproof vests.
Yeah, they've got the hoods up. They are
black masks.
But you know what it is? It's good that I kind of like that they look like that, because at the end of the day,
that's who they are.
That's who they are. And when you need protection, do you care what someone looks like? If you are in trouble, do you really care if someone's got a hood on or is wearing a bulletproof vest? I think not. You just want protection, or you just want help if you are in that situation. So I kind of like that they are just being authentic to themselves, and they're not,
I'm worried they will get stopped a lot.
They probably would, but they are legit people.
Yeah.
They are legit people. They're, they're not carrying stuff that they're not supposed to carry around. I would hope that they would start to explain this to the police, so the police will become aware of them. I mean, that's not to say they might not shut them down, because who knows with the police sometimes, but at least the more calls that, people call to the police about them, the police would be more aware and be like, no, okay, actually we know
what they're doing.
We'll go check it out, but we're just actually going to go have a chat with them, because we know who they are. I just think it's lovely.
It is nice. Really nice. It was really nice to see. It was.
That's what I like. Okay, so our black business for this week is Black Unicorn Bakes. She does amazing cakes. She does cupcakes. She does
Biscuits.
biscuits. She does everything. And she did your birthday cake.
Yeah, she did my birthday cake.
I mean, the designs are amazing. And it's not, sometimes like the designs are good, but the cake tastes trash.
Yeah.
This cake is just everything in life. Like, it was so good.
She has a real God-given talent in the baking area.
Yeah, it's just like, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
If you do want to check her out on Instagram, Black Unicorn Bakes, altogether. And yeah,
I do hope that you guys do support all the black businesses that we have mentioned in our podcast. And if you are listening and you are a black business owner and want us to shout you out, please DM us.
Yeah.
Cultured Podcast _
Let us know. We want to hear. If you want to get a shout out, let us know, because we're here to support everyone.
Yes.
Well, this was fun.
This is fun.
I know. This has been the Cultured Podcast. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.